Good morning, everyone. Jody here, Junkity Jody. Um, Happy Saturday. Got a quick video for you. It was going to be a longer one, but I'm still learning how to do the camera and this new laptop. So, this project today is inspired by Kerry at Witchcraft Do You Do. It's called Altered Fabric Swatches, and I will tag her in the description. Fabric swatches. I've got these, there's the short ones, and then there's some longer ones. And I saw her project, and I was like, great, now I know what to do with my fabric swatches. So, this is all inspired by her. I did not invent this at all. But what we're going to do is we're going to turn. I've got a couple already ready, like I said, because I was doing another video, and then I'm glad I saved one that I hadn't done yet. But what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into something like this. And I did this one for my bee journal. And you lift your fabric up, and actually instead of just putting a writing space on the inside, I folded over a paper and just made like a little mini notebook, extra journaling spot. And I thought it turned out really cute. So, you can craft along with me. Also check out Witchcraft Do You Do, her channel, because I'm sure she explains it a whole lot better than I will. But I'm going to give it a try. So, yes, happy Saturday. Good morning. Hope everyone has had a good week, and I hope you have a great weekend. I've been crazy busy. It's been probably a couple of weeks since I shot a video, so I'm overdue. I was hoping to film, and it's just, life happens, guys. Life happens. So, here's the swatch I'm going to use. Now, some of the swatches that I have, it's stapled at the top. And in that case, like this one, all I did was pop the staple out, open it up, and then cover the paper. This one is glued, and it's like glued on there. So I'm not going to worry about, I'm just going to cover it, fold it over. Well, you'll see. But I already have my pieces cut. And, my little collage parts done. So we'll just, I'm just going to throw this together, and you guys can watch the process, and maybe this is something that you might want to do. So I've got, this is just scrapbook paper. I don't do digitals. Eventually, maybe, when I get a better printer that'll, make them look like they're supposed to look. But I have tons and tons of scrapbook paper, and I always pick them up at, thrift stores and garage sales, marketplace, but I already had like a pretty big stash of scrapbook paper anyway, because I scrapbook for probably 30 years. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this piece on, and then I've cut this piece to go on the inside, which I'll have to trim it down a little bit, but I can do that after I glue it on. And then I've also cut a piece. This one's not going to be a notebook. A piece just textured white paper. I think this might be cotton paper. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. So let's just get this. Let's get this project going. My oldest grandson loves to watch my videos, and he has been telling me, Mimi, when are you going to do another video? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to try to get it done today, buddy. And then, like I said, life happens, guys. So, Brody, this is for you, bud. This is for you. And he always leaves me the sweetest comments. He's such a great kid. He likes to do art. I made him I guess you could call it like a glue book, art book, his own art journal. I also made one for his younger sister, my oldest granddaughter. So my grandson is 12, and my granddaughter will be 6 in a couple of months. He'll be 13 at the beginning of the year. So let's get this glued down here, and then you'll see it like come together pretty quickly. I think in projects like this, what takes me the longest, it isn't finding the paper to match, but it's finding what I want to collage on the paper. That's for sure. Get that a good smoosh. Fold that over. And there we go. I thought these colors look good with the, I don't know if you could tell, this is like a bright white bumpy over like a cream color also. And I could trim, when it dries, I'll trim this edge down. Let me put a couple of, oh, there we go. I think I'll put the inside in next. Yeah, I'll put the inside in next. So, let me know in the comments what you've been working on. I know I've got a lot of videos to catch up on watching. Because my buddy Marcy over at the Cranky Crafter has been doing the cutest Fighter Fridays, and I'm gonna have a day where I just play with the watercolors with her video on, and make all the cute things. So she's done chickens and snails and frogs, and she just did one yesterday on ladybugs. Or I guess, depending on where you're at, you call them ladybirds. And I wish we called them ladybirds, because it sounds so cute. It sounds, so nice and like proper. And who doesn't love that, right? I love ladybugs. I think when I make my ladybugs, occasionally, and I don't know why, I don't know like the history of ladybugs or nothing like that, but every once in a while I see like a yellow one. I don't know, maybe that's the male, or like I said, I don't know. So we're gonna tuck this in up under and line that up, and get that glued down. There we go. And give it a second to dry, and then I'll trim it up at the end, because I don't cut straight. Even with a chomper, the guillotine and the paper trimmer, I still screw it up, but it's all good. I'm having fun. That's what the point is, right? Have fun while you're crafting. And then, but yeah, Marcy also has a really cool nature journal that she's doing, that's been fun to watch, and that's been inspired by Liz at Buttons for Brains. And Liz's nature journal is so cute, and all the little things in it are so great. And then she's got another one that she's doing, I think it's called something about Professor Thistlewick. She's a great storyteller. I don't know why she's not writing books and getting published is beyond me, because the characters she comes up with, y'all, it's just wonderful. Okay, so there's that, and then let's see. I'll wait until I trim it up before I put the inside piece in, because I want to kind of line it up good. But here's the little bits. So I've got some, this is a good, these are good projects for like all your little lace trim pieces and little crochet pieces and stuff. And yeah, so I thought this piece here looks like some kind of crochet lace on like maybe muslin. Or something. I have it's like, it came like on a roll, and it was like a double layer, so I split it apart. And so I thought I think we'll put this there. Let me get this laid out. And then I've got this lady here. This is one of the Tim Holtz photo booth, and she just looks so happy, and I could imagine her little dress, or whatever that top is, or whatever, could possibly be like white, and I thought she would look good with this color scheme. What do you think? Come on, pull it up, Jody. There we go, so we can see what we're doing. Alright, and then out of a dictionary I found the word pretty, so I thought that would be appropriate for this lovely gal. So I might do something like that. And then this was a sticker, and I like the colors. And but I've mounted it on a piece of the same paper that I'm using for the inside, just to give it a little more stability, because it's going on fabric. But I thought we could tuck that in like about here. And then I got this little crocheted piece here, and I thought that would look nice. And then maybe we could put some of these bows like under the bottom of her picture. What do we think about that? What do you think? Yeah, I think I might like that. I think I might like that. Okay, so let's get gluing. Let's see. Let me try to figure out which one needs to go on first. Well, let's glue the topper on first. And I've got Fabri-Tac for that. And my hair out of it. So how's the weather where you are? It's still hot and humid and stormy here. Y'all, it doesn't, we don't have a fall. We don't. We just have summer, 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 and summer. That's our 4 seasons. But we do get about a week and a half in January where it will actually we'll get a cold front and it'll come through, and you know, we've seen, you know, temperatures in the, you know, the mid to low 30s. It doesn't last long though. But the highs during the day will be like, you know, 50 or 60, and oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So we'll pop that there. That looks cool. I like how this one, I saved this one last because I don't know, just, this is going to end up being my favorite one, even though after this I'll show you the other ones that I made besides the bee one. Yeah, I mean, I think they're all cute, but, you know, some things that you make and you're like, oh, I love how that one turned out. You know, you have a favorite, sure. But I think they're all cute. And I've even got stuff, as I was going through the photo booth, you know, pictures, I found some of the paper dolls, the Tim Holtz paper dolls, and I've got one picked out to do something with another one of these kind of fabric samples. So get that down. Let me line this up again. Okay. And I didn't ink around this, guys. I like it, but I don't ink every project. It just depends on the mood. The bee one I did the vintage photo around the edges of that. So yeah, let me put that there. And I think I want her right about here, and I think I'll put some of these across the bottom. Yeah. Which side is the right way? Does it matter? Yeah, this looks right to me. Okay, so let me see. How many of these little bows do I want? Let's go with about 4. Let's go with about 4. Yeah. Take a little glue here, because this is just a quickie one. These would be fun to mass make. You know, you could stay or spend you know, spend a little bit of time, go through your fabric swatches. And you don't need fabric swatches, guys. Like Kerry was saying, you can, you know, take your own, you know, if you have some fabric, cut it down to size, take some of your you know, your scrap, you know, packaging, something a little bit stiffer than just paper, to you know, and then just cut I have one, I have a short one, yeah, that I dismantled. So you're just going to cut your card, you know, your thicker stuff, you know, and then cut your fabric to fit it, and, you know, fold it over, and voila, you got your own fabric swatches. Yeah, but I had gotten those in a big bag from one of my besties that lives down in, she's a little ways away in Fort Lauderdale. We get together a couple times a year. Actually, we gotta get together soon. We usually get together like around, the November holidays. Um, we'll meet up for a day. And we'll put our pretty girl down. And get that right about there. I like it to overlap a little bit. Oh, I want her to come down though to where that is. There we go. I like that. I like that. What do you think? And then we'll grow up. Let's see. Yeah, put that right there. I like it down there. So we go around here. I think that's it for the fabric. Yeah, that's it for the fabric stuff. And we'll give it a trim. I'm still filming, yeah. That's the issue I was having, you guys, was my video kept shutting off after every 3 minutes. It was quite aggravating. Of course, I'm not. This is all kind of new to me. Not, not computers, but making videos. And I was telling my husband, Cowboy, about it. He was like, "What's going on with it?" And I told him. I said, "I think it's got something to do with the screen was going dark, and then it would stop the video." So he helped me figure out where to go at on my laptop to find out where the setting was for if it's idle. It'll like the computer will go to sleep on its own to save battery or whatever. And so yeah, we went in and changed the settings for it. And this didn't happen until this past me trying to shoot this video. So let me get her trimmed up, and then yeah, we'll put the inside piece in. Here we go. A busy afternoon planned. What are you guys doing this weekend? I've got to meet up with my sister here in about a half hour, and I'm meeting up with my sister for a little while, and then I've got to go to the grocery store. And it's football day, and we are crazy about college football under my roof, and we root for the Florida Gators. Go Gators! And they're not having the best season, but that's okay. It's okay. It'll be okay. They can't always be on top. No, but there's a big game tonight, and I think it's on at 7 or 7:30. They're playing the University of Miami in Miami. That's the Hurricanes, and it reminds me of when I worked at the store in my neighborhood for 8.5 years, and I worked every Saturday. Of course, I went in completely gaitered up, head to toe, and our regular customers, because it's a community store, so everybody knows everybody, and everybody shops there. And during college football season, we're like ripping on each other and talking trash, and I mean, it's all in good fun. It is. It's all in good fun. I think she looks lovely. Alright, so let me get this up here. Ooh. Let me set that there. And this I can use, I'll use my art glitter glue on this one, because I'm not going fabric to fabric with it. And I reckon you could, like, if you wanted to, glue here and here and here, and you could leave the side open for, as a pocket for, like, some extra, like, hidden journaling underneath the already hidden journaling. But yeah, this is a great, jumping point to do. You can do a lot with these. Like I said, I watched Kerry at Witchcraft Do You Do It, and I automatically added it to my playlist of stuff I want to make. So, there we go. Let me get this lined up on here. And there you have it. There you have it. Let me get my thing back in there before I finally had to break down and get a new. I needed a refill anyway, but I had my little bottle with the metal tip, and the pens don't last very long because they tell you that stainless steel pens won't rust, and I beg to differ. You still get funky. So I had to break down and get, when I got a refill, I did the set where you can get the refill bottle and then another whole setup here. So that's a lot easier to work with now. So that's in. So what do you think? What do you think, y'all? I think she looks lovely. It's a lot of fun. You can, tuck it in a pocket, clip it in, give it as Happy Meal. It'd be good as a, I would love to get something like this in the mail. That'd be very cool. Alright, so this is the one we made together. This is the first one that I showed you. I'm going to see if I can get all these in frame. And you could tell me which one is your favorite. Where they are. Here they are. So I did one of the short ones with like whimsical, paper and a whimsical sticker that, again, I mounted it on, thicker paper because it is a sticker, and a cute little button that happened to match the colors. And Bigger the Bird, they like to sing, so a little bit of music paper, some Amazon packaging paper that they shove in the box, another trim. This is, this was actually a dollar store roll of ribbon that I've had for quite a while. I don't know. I like the earth tones in it. Goes good with the scrapbook paper. And then here's the fabric, flip up. And then I put a piece of just rolled notebook paper in it, because it, like I said, this one's just kind of whimsical. So let's see, that one, that one, and this one. Had that, the Tim Holtz photo booth with this sweet couple, and I'm like, oh, they look like they're in love. So again, music paper with a little bit of a love story vibe going on, and this trim here, this, and scraps, and ribbon, and this is what the paper looks like. I love that. Love those muted kind of, it gives you kind of like watercolor vibes. And then another, writing spot. So I think these are a lot of fun. If you watched the whole video to the end, thank you for being that girl. Or guy. I can't eliminate the dudes because, like I said, my grandson watches this. But yeah, let me know in the comment section which one's your favorite. We'll call this one Little Birdie, B, the pretty girl, and then the cute couple. You can tell me which one, please, is your favorite one. Like I said, again, thank you for watching till the end. If you're not already a subscriber, please, I welcome you to subscribe. Hit the like button. Yeah, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.